You doing today, man? I mean, I know you're preparing for a fight June 20 with Luis Aries.
Yeah,
How's the training
so
camp?
training camp's going good. I feel good. You know, I'm about to go put in that work soon. At like 1 o'clock, go get me another workout in. So I'm at it every day, feeling good. I'm ready to come back and take the division by storm.
What prepares you to, keep taking these challenges? It seems to me you've been like in the top 10 division at 154 pounds for quite some time now.
Yeah,
Um, what possesses you to take these challenges that
I just want to be great, man. I want to leave behind something big. I want to have my name in these history books as one of the best 54 pounders there ever was. Not even just one of the best 54 pounders there ever was, but one of the best boxers there ever was. Never shied away from a challenge. Um, you know, I always want to fight. The best option they have available for me. That's how I always been. And you know, by the time I become champion, like I said, man, I want them to be like, he beat everybody in the division. Like he deserves that title. There's some of these dudes out here that got titles, but ain't really fought nobody, or probably just beat one person to get it, or you know. So I want to be able to say that I beat everybody they put in front of me. Like I'm gonna beat the best guys.
so what would you have to say that you have learned from your last outing with Sebastian Fundora?
I feel like just more of on the outside. There's a lot of things I had on the outside going on that I feel like that played a part a little bit. That had a negative effect. So just keep my energy clean, keep the right people around me. Those are like the main things. 'Cause I feel like when it comes to skillfully and um just my boxing ability, I feel like I'm a better fighter than Fundora. Truth be told, I was winning the fight. I was ahead 2 rounds on every judge's scorecard, but just I feel like just living the right way and having the right people around me that played a big part.
Right, right. We obviously know you're a boxer puncher. Where did you get this nickname, the Hammer? Where did it all come from?
I got that nickname as a kid. I used to walk around with a real skinny body and a big ass head. So my first trainer, he gave me that name, but it just stuck with me because as I grew up, I was really hammering my opponents, and I was really that type of fighter.
It's funny. A lot of boxers get their name by their head size because Tank is the same thing. Like they call him Tank because of his head as well.
Yeah, but it
Um,
really just be sticking. It stick to us because like it fits.
and it's funny how it like you go throughout your career and then it's good. Like even Frank Martin, his name was the Ghost. When he told me his name and how he got it, I guess the lights came off and he was still working out. But when you
Yeah,
look at him fight, it's like he here, but he there and stuff like that. So it sticks. You're right.
yeah, yeah.
Um, what can we expect? What is it? June 20? Is it June
What?
June 4th? No,
No,
June
June 24th.
24th. What
Yeah.
can we expect in this fight coming from you? Um, you know,
Um, I'm gonna dominate this boy. I'm gonna dominate him, and I say that confident because I feel like I'm in a better headspace. Like I train hard every camp. I don't like when fighters be like, "Oh, this fight I trained really hard." Like what happened to last fight? Like what happened to those fights before? But every single training camp I train hard. But this fight I'm in a better headspace. I'm not overlooking Luis Arias. He's coming down from 160. So he's used to being in there with the bigger guys than I am. But I just feel like I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna dominate him. I'm looking for a stoppage win, to get the fans eager and hungry to see me fight one of those guys like Charlo again. Because I came from a 6 fight win streak before I fought Fundora. But some of those wins were, you know, they were good. They were all good wins. Don't get me wrong, they were all good wins. But I don't feel like the fans was like, real eager to see me. Like a guy like Terrell Gausha, I was supposed to knock out. I feel like, or stop, or like I dominated him, but I feel like I could have put an exclamation point on some of these wins that I had to make the fans real eager to see me and Charlo again. So, I want the biggest names in the division, like a Charlo, like a rematch with Fundora. So I just want the fans to be eager to see those matches. So I feel like it starts with Luis Arias on the 24th. So I'm looking to just dominate, looking to dominate. I've been on a 10-year run. I'm about to go on another 10-year run, and I'm gonna go on a better one this time.
Yeah, comparing the resumes, you've definitely been in there with the better guys. Um, but in the same token, shout out to you as well, man. I think I made like $1,200. I was ringside for that when you was on that tank undercard with Rosario.
Yeah,
So I appreciate that for sure.
no doubt, no
Um,
doubt.
so man, some of these fight predictions, were you able to see Fondoro's fight with this
Mendoza.
Mendoza? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I thought Fundora was winning the whole fight. I thought
correct.
he was winning the whole fight. I thought he was up like 5-1, 6-0. And you know, Mendoza pulled something out his bag real quick. Fundora, I really don't feel like he's skillfully sound. I feel like he's a tough fighter. He's freakishly tall. So like that's a little bit hard for some fighters to deal with. And I feel like his last fight, his lack of defense went against him this time. Went against him. He threw an uppercut with his hands down, and Brian Mendoza threw a hook. That was Brian Mendoza's strong. So he threw a strong left hook or whatever. I think he's orthodox. But I think he threw a left hook and that's all she wrote.